I had no choice. I had to do it. So what I've been trying to do every day is feed the cows, but also love on them, put them on a rope, and brush them during the whole feeding experience. Because I want to be able to get my hands on them and brush them. I want them to be used to me and clean. Now, have I been kicked already? Yes. Yes. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. Come up, meet. Sudden movement, still get them. But I want them used to me standing and touching them, brushing them, loving on them, etc. Well, he just stepped on my toe. Come on. Come up neat. Let me see if I can get the rope. I want them to get used to me putting the rope on and off and touching their halters. All right, so now I have the rope on Sweet Oakley. Come on. You just want to get over there and eat, don't you? And that's why I get kicked, is because... Nope, come on. Don't act like that. Come on, don't act like that. I don't want you running poor old Ireland off and getting his end. So sometimes I have to put him on a rope and just keep him on a rope until... Now, what I'm doing right here, watch me fall. What I'm doing right here, I could not do the other day. Like, I'm literally laying across him and brushing him. But I want him to let me get all over him like this. That's how I got kicked. But it comes with the territory. It does. It comes with the territory. And now that you got your brushing, I'm going to take the rope off of you. Now, Ireland, you just need to get over there and eat. He's a little leery of the rope still. All right, Oakley, I'm going to have to move you away from the food and let Ireland eat just a little bit, okay? I know, you don't like it one doggone bit, do you? You don't like it one doggone bit. Nope. Hold up. Let Ireland eat real quick. No. No, we don't put horns on nobody, okay? We don't put horns on nobody. Are you mad? Are you mad because you want yours too? So what I want to do now is I'm going to figure out... He's mad at me. I'm going to figure out how to get the tags out of his ears. You've come a long way in a few days. Yes, you have. All right. Looks like Ireland has cleaned up some. I'm going to take it off of you. Go. With a little training every day, that they'll be leading around and letting me lay on them and rub on them and play with them and brush them without a lead line. They're good cows, and I'm still so in love with them. But twice a day when I come to feed, this is what I do. I put them on the leads. I brush them twice a day. They don't like their face brushed yet, but that comes in time. I promise you they will be fine because I've only had them for 1 week now. And in 1 week, I've gotten them to where they're not running in the pasture to get away from me. They're standing here. Oh, I can see I've got to batten that down eventually. They're standing here. They're letting me rub on them and brush them, put the lead on and off. Now, they still want to fight me occasionally, especially Oakley. Oakley is my fighter. He's going to be the big guy. He's going to be the mean one. Will he be dangerous in the future? He probably can be. It's going to be kind of like that Moody thing. He might play with you, or he might push you, or shove you a little bit and not mean to hurt you, and can really hurt you. So I have to be very cautious with the cows, and I'm gonna be that, y'all. I promise. Now, have I ever been hurt by an animal before? Yes, because it's who I am. Unfortunately, I get so invested in them. I try not to let my guard down, but sometimes it happens. Did I get kicked already? Oh, yes, right in the shin. Did it hurt? Yeah, it hurt. Did I get stepped on yet? Oh, yeah, I've gotten stepped on. So, yeah, it can be, it's farm life. What can I say? It's farm life. And I love every minute of it, y'all. I wouldn't have it any other way. And I'm going to have these babies so sweet, because you got to remember, 1 week ago, they had never had hands on them before. And now they run in the pasture. They run to me. They moo to me. They know that I'm the lady with the red bucket. And yeah, cows can see red, so, or so I've always heard they could. So yeah, I have a red bucket, and that I want them to know that I have the bucket in my hand. And 1 week ago, I could not be sitting here talking to this camera beside him without hands on him, with a rope on him, or, you know, he just would not stand there, and now he does. Now, Ireland's still a little young, and Ireland is still going to take a little bit of work, but I'm out here every day, twice a day, working with him, and he knows that I'm going to continue to do that. So to get feed, he's got to let me pet him. He's got to let me brush him. He's got to let me put a rope on him. Now, Oakley over here, y'all, it looks like Oakley's still eating. He's not. There's nothing in there. He's literally licking the tub. Is he getting enough food? Absolutely. He's getting fed twice a day, and he's getting a high protein, and he's getting plenty. Matter of fact, I was out here a few minutes ago watching them, and they were running and playing in the pasture. And they look like dogs, y'all. They look like little puppies out here running and playing. I wish you could have seen them. And I'm just in love with them, y'all. I'm so blessed to have these babies here. But you can see that's my daily routine. It will change up in a couple of weeks. It'll get a little more aggressive with the leading, and the brushing will move towards the face. I'm going to start putting my hand under their belly. I want these cows to where I don't care where I touch them, they're going to allow me to touch them there. And they are, you know, they've got to be sweet to live here. That's all I can say is they've got to be sweet to me to live here. They gotta let me love them, right? Well, it's evening time here at the farm. So every evening I move the goats back over. So let's see if they will beat me to the fence today. I've got Nellie put up, so all I have to do is go and open gates. 4 o'clock every day, they get to go back to the main pasture so they can go in the barn and eat some hay and get ready for the night. It'll be getting dark here shortly. Y'all gotta let me open the gate. Oh, the cows see the red bucket again. Oh, I hear sweet Sophie. All right. I'm going to put this in the pan. So y'all, I want to talk about the emu eggs for a minute. So, you know, things don't go as we planned, and I guess what I need to say first of all is don't count your emus before they hatch, because yesterday was day 59, and they still had not hatched. And, you know, typically they should hatch somewhere around the 56 day mark. And so yesterday came and went, and they did not hatch. Of course, they were still rocking and rolling last night. So I got up bright and early this morning expecting to see some chicks running around, and at 5:30 this morning, I get in there and yeah, there's 2 of them that are not moving any longer. Only one of them is moving at this point. So egg number 5 was still moving and moving big time. Eggs number 6 and 7 were no longer moving. So I went ahead and drilled and popped a little air hole in the end of them and felt in there, and yeah, they weren't moving. So let me tell you what I found. I went ahead and opened the eggs because I knew that they were not alive. And number 6 was a smaller egg, and there was a very tiny emu in there, fully developed, had not absorbed the yolk sac, just simply stopped breathing, but it was very tiny. I think it would probably be about half the size it should have been, but it was very cute. Egg number 7 was a larger egg. It was totally opposite of egg number 6. So large that it filled up the entire egg, and there would have been no room for it to kick to get out of there. The eggs were very difficult to get into, so I'm really thinking that there was absolutely zero chance that egg number 7 would have ever gotten out of there. I don't think that egg number 6 would have been big enough to kick its way out, but egg number 7 was in there so tight it had overgrown, and probably the largest chick inside an egg I've ever seen. I mean, I would not even expect an emu chick to be that big. It was huge. Like I said, it was moving last night. Everything was great. So I had came to the conclusion that if it had not hatched by the end of today, on day 60, and it was still moving, I was going to go ahead and give it an air hole, because last time I knew that day 60 they were still moving, day 61 they were not. So when I got up this morning on day 60, those 2 were not moving. I could not hear anything with the stethoscope. They were not there. I was very disappointed. I immediately called Brooke and got her on the phone, and I did all but cry with Brooke on the phone, because I was beside myself. because I knew that I would have been able to hatch these 3. They were so strongly moving the whole time. Now, let's go back to egg number 5. So I felt like I had to do it. Egg number 5 was still moving, and I felt like I had no choice on day 60 but to make sure that it had air. So I kind of drilled a little hole into the air pocket, and you just never know, because once you intervene, it's either instantly unaliving something or it's going to give it the air pocket that it needs. That was at 6 a.m. this morning. And it's this afternoon, and that egg is still rocking and appears to be kicking even stronger. So I don't want to say that I'm optimistic that egg number 5 will make it out of the shell as a chick, but I'm going to say that I am hopeful that by the time this video comes out tomorrow, there will be a chick. Now, if it's not tagged onto the end of this video for tomorrow, then there's a strong chance that it did not happen. With that being said, I have a lot more eggs. I have a lot more opportunities to get this right. I told Brooke on the phone this morning, this is definitely a challenge. I've watched multiple videos of multiple people who hatch emu eggs, and they all have the same issue with beginning eggs. I watched one family that the first 12 eggs did this, and then they finally got emus. I've watched other channels that have hatched eggs, and it was hit or miss. Which ones would hatch, which ones would not hatch, and each one of them was different. It depended on the egg, the circumstances. There were several that the chick was just too big. There were several the chick was too little. There were several that hatched. So I guess with emus, everything just has to be perfect. I've made some adjustments to the incubator and the hatcher to try to maybe dry up the membrane and the shell a little bit to weaken it. At this point, I just don't know. I've racked my brain and tried to think, what is it that I'm doing wrong? And all the research I've done, all the channels that I've watched, and when I say I've watched channels, I've got up in the middle of the night and watched channels to try to figure out how to hatch these emu eggs. And I've had people reach out. I've took their advice. I've reached out to people and took their advice. And nothing has worked so far, but we're only into egg 7. We've got a lot more eggs to go, a lot more chances to get it right. As a matter of fact, egg number 8 is on Feather Watch starting tomorrow when this video comes out. And then on Christmas Day, I believe it is, eggs number 9, 10, and 11 are on Feather Watch. So lots more opportunities, but will I wait till day 60 to give an air hole? Do y'all hear my baby mooing? I may not wait that long. So if anybody out there in YouTube world has any valid suggestions, like they have some experience with this, if they think I need to do something differently, I am open to suggestions at this point. Now, also, I want you to know that things are very hectic around here on the farm right now. And you throw in the Christmas holidays and Thanksgiving, it's even worse. So with that being said, just know even if I don't answer every comment, because when I first started this channel, I said I was going to answer every comment. I can't, y'all. I would be totally, that's all I would be doing. I wouldn't have time to shovel poop in the barn. And right now, I'm kind of having to do it all again because Tony works and Caden is down and out. He cannot come to work. So it's me, myself, and I. So just know that I do read the comments. So back to the emu eggs. Know that I read the comments. So if there is a suggestion, something that you're 99% sure of, or even if you're not and you just have a suggestion, just something, because y'all, I want some of these eggs to hatch. I'm invested in it wholeheartedly. You could not have a person more invested than I am right now. And at this point, I just have to keep doing and keep checking and adjusting and looking, and not just every day, not just twice a day. I'm looking at these eggs every hour on the hour. I'm checking humidity every hour on the hour. If it gets too warm in the house, sometimes the humidity will shoot up. We can't have that. So I have to monitor it minute by minute, hour by hour. Now, you mix that in with all the other farm work that I have to do. Yes, it's hectic around here. So now, even with the challenges, y'all, I wouldn't trade this life for anything. Y'all, I love this. I love every one of these animals. I'm just trying to get a couple of more animals to love even more. I really want these emus to hatch. Y'all, so I'm going to go back in the house in just a minute, and I'm going to look at egg number 5 again. I also did something else for this chick. I went ahead and weakened the egg. I made a hairline crack across the top of it so that if it can kick its way out, it'll do it. Now, I did this very carefully. I did it inside the air sac part of the egg. I did not touch the membrane because you know that if you rupture it prematurely, that instantly. So I made sure that everything was done precisely and correctly. But no emu chicks right now. And I want to say that I'm optimistic, but at this point, I'm just hopeful, you know? And when you get down to praying that one egg will hatch, yeah, it's been a challenge, y'all. And I did not come this far to give up. So every video, there will be an emu egg update. Some hopefully are going to be good updates. Some may be bad updates. But regardless, you're going to have an update. You're with me on this journey. I wouldn't have anybody else with me on this journey except y'all. So with that being said, let's hatch some emus and y'all farm on.